Story Beans presents The Little Beaver Who Learned to Build. Have you ever tried to do something new and it didn't work the first time? This story is about someone who learns that if you keep on trying, amazing things can happen. The sun was dipping low over Willowbrook Woods, painting the river with golden hues. On the muddy bank, a young beaver called Bella sat with her tail drooping like a tired leaf. All around her, the other young beavers were putting the finishing touches on their lodges, strong, round domes of sticks and mud. Bella's lodge, well, it was something else. Her sticks leaned sideways, her mud slid off, and right near the bottom was a hole big enough for a frog to swim through. Plop! Another lump of mud dropped straight into the water. "Don't worry, Bella," called her friend Toby, paddling past. "You'll get it. Yours just needs a bit more work." Bella's ears drooped. "A bit more work? I've been trying all week. How do you make it look so perfect?" Toby just shrugged. "I don't know. I just do it." That night, the river was quiet. An owl hooted. Water whispered against the bank. Bella curled up in her half-finished lodge, but the cold breeze found its way through the gaps. "This will never work," she sighed. Just then, a rustle came from outside. A wise old beaver with silvery whiskers appeared on the riverbank, carrying a long, smooth branch. "Can't sleep, little one," said the beaver, who was called Mabel. Her voice was warm as a log fire. "My lodge isn't right," Bella admitted. "Everyone else has finished theirs, but mine keeps falling apart. Maybe I'm just not good at building." Mabel chuckled. "Not good at building yet. Do you know the saying, practice makes perfect?" Bella shook her head. "It means no one is born an expert," Mabel explained. "Every skill takes time, patience, and many tries. Even I wasn't good at building when I started." Bella gasped. "You? But your lodge is the best in the whole colony." "Not always," Mabel smiled. "My first lodge collapsed in the middle of the night. But I learned from my mistakes. I practiced over and over until I got it right." Bella's tail gave a hopeful thump. "Could you teach me?" "That's why I'm here," Mabel said. "Tomorrow we'll start again." The next morning, they got to work. "First," said Mabel, "you need a strong base. Think of it as the bones of your lodge. Without them, nothing will stand." Bella chose the thickest branches she could find, but the first time she laid them, they slid apart. The second time, one floated away down the river. Mabel didn't scold. She just asked, "What did you learn?" "That the branches have to lock together," Bella said slowly, "and I should wedge them deeper into the mud." "Exactly. Now, try again." Day after day, they built and rebuilt. Bella tried weaving the walls, but the sticks stuck out in all directions. One even poked her right on the nose. "Ouch!" she giggled. "Keep going," Mabel encouraged. "Your paws will learn the pattern if you give them time." Some days, the lodge tilted sideways. Some days, the mud slid off in clumps. Once, the roof caved in, and Bella tumbled into the water with a squeak. But each time, Mabel asked the same question. "What did you learn?" And each time, Bella had an answer. "I learnt that smaller sticks fill the gaps better. I learnt that wetter mud sticks longer. I learnt to start from the bottom and work up." And every time she tried again, her paws worked a little quicker. Her walls grew a little stronger. One night, a wild rainstorm swept over Willowbrook Woods. The wind howled, the river churned, waves crashed against the lodges. By morning, some roofs had holes, a few walls had wobbled, but Bella's lodge stood firm, not a stick out of place, not a drop inside. Later that day, after the storm had passed, Toby paddled past Bella's lodge and stared. "Bella, yours is the best lodge now." Bella came out of her lodge, whiskers twitching proudly. "It's not magic," she said. "It's practice." Mabel swam over to join them, eyes twinkling. "And what did I tell you, young one?" Bella grinned. "Practice makes perfect." That night, Bella sat by the water, watching the fireflies dance. She remembered her first day, the mess, the holes, the mud sliding away, and she smiled. She had built her own perfect lodge. But more importantly, she had learned something she would never forget. If you keep trying and learn from each mistake, you can get better at anything. Just then, a young beaver kit paddled over, holding a stick awkwardly in his paws. "Bella," he mumbled, "can you help me? My lodge keeps falling over." Bella smiled and handed him a stronger branch. "Of course, but first I'll tell you something important. Practice makes perfect." And under the soft silver moon, they began again. Thank you for watching Story Beans. See you next time.